just doing this abstractly. It's the same thing. And it's a reflection of the fact that every human environment, concrete or abstract, it makes no difference, recapitulates the cosmos-chaos dichotomy or the order-chaos dichotomy. And that's why in Taoism, for example, it's the union of chaos and order that constitutes being itself, and that you stand on the border between chaos and order because that's the proper place to be. Too orderly, too much in the explored, you're not learning anything. Too much out there where the predators lurk, then you're frozen with terror. And neither of those positions are desirable. So, and that's what, and so you think, and this is a concrete reality, obviously, as well as a psychological reality. There were reasons for those walls, right? Because inside the walls were all the people like us. And so that begs the question, what does it mean for people to be like us? And then outside the wall, there was all those people, because they were the worst forms of predators, because people are actually the worst forms of predators, who aren't like us. And the wall is there to draw a distinction between like us and not like us. And so, and that was a matter of life and death. You can tell that because, look at those walls. They had to build those by hand. And you do see walled cities that have 3 rings of walls. So these people were terrified, but not so terrified as the people who built 3 walls. They were really terrified. And they had their reasons. So, okay, so now there's an idea that's reflected in the Jacob's Ladder story, that the center, where you put the pillar, is also the place where heaven and earth touch. And so that's a complicated idea. I think that you can, I'm trying to look at these stories from a psychological perspective. And so then you could say that that's a symbolic place where the lowest and the highest come together. And so it's a place where earthly being stretches up to the highest possible ethical abstraction. And that's the center, because one of the things that defines us, say, as opposed to them, is that we're all united within a certain ethic. That's what makes us the same. This is a complicated line of reasoning, but I'll go back to it after I show you some more pictures. But so that's the first idea, is that the center is the place where the lowest and the highest touch simultaneously. And so you could say that in some sense it specifies the aim of a group of people. That's another way. If you get together with people to make a group, even at work, you group yourself around a project, and that unites you. And it unites you because you all have the same aim. You're all pointing to the same thing. And that makes you the same in some ways, because if you're after the same thing I am, then the same things are going to be important to you that are important to me. And the same things are going to be negative to you that are negative to me, because our emotions work out that way. And that means I can instantly predict you. I know how you're going to behave. And so our aim, which is basically our ethical aim, it's because we're aiming at something better, at least in principle, we're aiming at something better. So